Welcome guys, in this video we're going to take a look at lists. Generic ones that are going to accommodate a variety of data types. Okay, so this is important because, for example, imagine you have a database and you're drawing entries from it. Okay, you want to make some objects that represent people, for example. Using system, using system.collection.generic, so this is a new namespace. Okay? The generic approach to programming is extremely powerful. Let's go here with namespace sample. Okay, within it we're going to place a class called person. We'll have two instance variables to define the person a little bit. So we'll say here private string name and private string SSN. Now we're going to build the person up, so public person and then string name person, camel casing, string social, close up the semicolon, then this dot name equals name person, and then this dot send equals social, like this. Okay. Remember the parameters are local variables, and then we're setting them. We're setting the instance variables within the body of the constructor. Now let's write a couple properties to access these. So we're going to say here public string get name. That's all we're doing, just getting the name. Okay? And you're going to say get and then return this dot name. So controlled access to the name field, and then public string get SSN, and then get, and then return this dot SSN, so controlled access to the social security number. Alright, now next, let's delete this. We're going to add our class program. And let me show them inside the person class. So class program like this. And now we're going to say list like this. And this is a generic list, meaning you can accommodate different data types. There you go, person, and I'm going to say person list and new list and then person like this. Okay, it's a new list of people basically. Now we're going to add to the list, so you can say person list. Okay, and then dot, then you can say, okay, it's not recognizing. 1 second, I forgot static void main. Forget to add that. I have it here in the example, I just forgot to type it now for some reason. There you go. So person list dot add, and now you can add a new person by writing new person and then add the name. So for example, John Smith, and then period, and then some number. It goes with a semicolon. Alright, now there's another person that add. Let's add one more person, so new person, like this. And again say this will be now Bubba Smith, comma, let's add some number to represent his social. Goes with the semicolon, and then person list.add, and then new person, and then here Jenny Smith. Okay, comma, and then some numbers there for her. It goes over the semicolon. So we've added all the entries to the list, and now what we're going to do is display them. And perfect for this is the for each loop. So you're going to say for each person per and the person list. Okay, we'll display the properties that we just defined. So console line, and the person's name is placeholder, and SSN is another placeholder, period. And now you're going to say here pr.getName, return.getName, comma, and then pr.getSSN, and notice the little wrenches show up. Those are properties. Alright, so that's good. So this is the body of main. This is the body of our class person. Okay, so a couple instance field, a constructor, a couple of public properties to achieve values, And then we have a generic list that can accommodate, in this case, objects of type person. Alright, so let's give this a build. Go through debug and step into. Now what we're going to do is construct a person list. Right, as you can see, at first the count is 0, so there's a value that is stored. And you can expand this, and get since capacity is 0. Right, now we're going to build each person up individually. Add, build that person up individually. Add. So if you expand person list, as you can see, at index 0 essentially, you see we have John Smith, we have everything that John Smith represents. Okay, this whole composite construct. So we have his get name, get SSN, name, and SSN. Alright, so the properties, as you can see, go together with the object. There we go. And the next one here, let's construct her. There you go. So if you expand person list, as you can see, the count is 3. At index 0 within this list, we have a person. And as you can see, that person is defined by the 2 properties and the 2 fields. And the same applies to Bubba Smith, and as you can see, the same applies over here to Jenny Smith. There you go. So at each index, we're storing a composite construct that is the person together with the properties. Right now, we're going to use a for each loop to step through it. So for each person there, all the properties, you see this one at a time. This is highly sequential. Then repeat that for the next person. Get the name, get the social. Okay, get the name, get the social, and then end the loop. If we go over here, as you can see, everything is displayed like that, all of that from memory. The only thing that to be improved here is type right line. Let's go through it one time quickly now. Start with our debugging. And as you can see, the output is on the screen. It looks good. Let's close that. And the code is in the sidebar as a PDF also, so you should be able to access it. Okay, so I will just leave this here. So this is everything through here. And now we'll move this down, and that's the rest of it. Okay. Make sure you type the code. You must absolutely type this code if you wish to become good at it. And that is it. So thanks very much, and I will see you in another video.